Hey guys, today's video is a little bit different from what you're used to. Usually, I'm at a theme park and we're just hanging out there, or somewhere here in Orlando, just hanging out with you guys and showing you the great things that are going on here in Orlando. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different than what we normally do, and just wanted to sit here in front of the camera and just talk to you guys for just a few minutes. And while Angie and I had COVID, you guys were very supportive of us then, and so I feel comfortable that I can be a little more personal with you guys and sit down and talk about what we are doing in our lives and what our plans are for the next year or so. But what I wanted to talk about is Angie and I have decided to do a keto lifestyle. And we feel like it works best for us, and we are on, and I personally, Angie's on it with me as well, but I am on a weight loss journey, and that is something that I'm not like just wanting to talk about. I've had several friends of mine reach out and say, you're doing this, make a video about it. So I'm listening to them. I'm gonna do it, but I'm also doing this because I feel like this will help me stay accountable for what I plan on doing, and doing weekly updates and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable with giving too much information about sizes and stuff like that, but I just want to let you guys know that you will see progress updates each week, and maybe even we'll show you guys what we do for food and stuff like that as well. Just a little bit of backstory. I'm not going to get too emotional here and talk about everything because I'm not really emotional about it anymore. I'm determined, and I want to punch it in the face is pretty much what I want to do. So I don't want to go into the long story that I could go into, but long story short, in 2014 I started gaining some weight. My mother had just passed away, and I started feeling really depressed, and so I went to food for that, and I started just gaining weight. I was in a 1X shirt, and I started going up to 2X, and I was like, that's not that big of a deal, just keep going or whatever. And then after that, until I reached, I tried to do a thing called DDP yoga, and it worked great, and I shed like 40 to 50 pounds off of that, and I was back in that 1X shirt. That only lasted for a little while. I moved in with a family member of mine, and I had a lot more money in my pocket, and so every day for lunch I would go out to like McDonald's or Sonic or whatever, and I would just buy what I wanted. I didn't really have a wife to consider. I didn't have a family to consider. It was just me, a single guy who had barely made two ends meet, that finally had some money because he was living with a family member, and we could save money. And then at that point I started getting really, really big, to the point to where my brother told me, he said, "John, you're starting to get a little big." And I was just like, whatever, shut up, it's whatever. And so anyway, one thing leads to the other, and you don't really realize how big you have gotten. And so at that point, I guess I really realized it when I bought a 3X shirt, and it was super tight on me. And I had not had that happen. 3X was, whoa, you are big if you have a 3X shirt. And all that started happening, and then I got married to Angie in 2019, and at that time I was so immobile because the job that I had, I know I'm the one to blame, but the job that I had was just sitting down at a desk, didn't do anything. You just sat at your desk. You didn't even get up. The only time you got up was to go get paperwork. I worked an insurance job there for a while. And you get up and get paperwork, get people to sign it, and that was it. You didn't have to do much. And I was getting so bad to where my back would hurt. Literally, like we had to go do inspections of people's vehicles. And my back would hurt so bad that I would try to do the inspection from inside the office and just look at it and be like, that's good. You know, and I'm sure that there was probably other things wrong with people's cars, but I literally just didn't get up and do it. And then flash forward when I started dating Angie, my brother had passed away, and then I got into a real deep depression after that, and Angie and I got married, and was very happy about that. But then I didn't want to do anything. Literally, like, we would come home and we would sit on the couch, well, mainly me, and not do anything else other than just sit on the couch. And so I was feeling bad, and I said that I was going to plan a vacation for us, a honeymoon, because we didn't get a proper honeymoon because of everything that was going on. My brother had just passed away, and then we had moved our wedding date up because there was just so much stuff going on at the time. And we just had a small service versus where we were going to do a big one. But we had gotten to that point to where I was like, okay, I'm going to plan a vacation. We're going to do our honeymoon. We're going to go. And I'm going to not think of myself. I'm going to think of Angie. And we're going to go to Disney World. And at the time, we were living in the Florida Panhandle at that point. And so anyway, we planned our vacation. We stayed 7 days at the Wyndham Garden in near Disney Springs. And I thought, you know what, my back hurts, but it won't be that bad. So while we were there at Disney Springs, I was really struggling. And Angie, she was just so sweet about it. And she's like, babes, like, I'm just worried you're not going to be able to do Magic Kingdom with how you're feeling. And I was pretty nervous about that. I'm not going to lie. And I was just like, yeah, it's whatever. I'll be okay. Our very first day, we went to Disney Springs, and I could not make it anywhere. I literally made it over to World of Disney, and it was like the worst thing ever. Like, if you guys are familiar with Disney Springs and you come out the orange garage and you walk over to World of Disney, it's not a really long walk. To me anymore, it's not. But at the time where you're miserable and you can barely walk, it was awful. And then the next day, we went to Epcot, and I hated Epcot. Like, I swore Epcot off up and down because it was just so... I still think it's a huge park, and there's a lot of walking involved. But I hated it. And we walked around the whole, what's it called? The World Showcase. Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, I literally just blanked. And I thought I was going to die. Like, literally, we would walk to each land, stop, and I'd have to sit down. And so we get to the next country, stop, sit down. And I had to go get me something to drink. I was like, I need to be, hydrated or whatever. And then I would sit down and drink a Coke, and then I felt really bad because I didn't realize how much I was, like, just killing my body, And by the time we got back to Spaceship Earth, we got to the old mouse gear, which is not there anymore, but and we sat outside of it, and I literally took a nap on the bench because I was just so worn out. And then as the remainder of that trip, as we were walking out, because I wasn't used to walking, I developed a huge blister on the bottom of my foot. And maybe someday I'll show you guys that picture, but not today because it's gross. But that was me not having any exercise, Like, it got to the point to where I couldn't walk around Magic Kingdom. I had to rent an ECV, an electric wheelchair, just to get around there. And I'm saying all this because I'm trying to give you context of where I've come from, where I'm at, and where I'm going. because I do realize that I still have a little while to go. But I have made progress. I have really been, I've been loosely following keto for the last year and a half, and I'm going to post a picture here to show you the difference between when we came to Universal about a year and a half ago to just the other day. And I think that picture shows where I've come, especially in my face, you know, and then my shirts are, you know, a lot baggier on myself, like they're like dresses. We did some before pictures last night because I'm really going to commit to this thing. And my shirts look like dresses, so it's now time for me to go down a size. But I just want to do this because I want to keep myself accountable. I want to talk real with you guys, and you know, you've seen a lot of food reviews on our channel, and those will continue probably around I mean, we've got one coming up this weekend, but it's all keto related, so we don't have to worry about that. But the food reviews are going to slow down because we're really going to work on our health. Because Angie and I last year had dropped significant weight. Like I probably dropped about 30 pounds, and we gained it all back eating all this theme park food. And so we've realized that, hey, we don't need to, you know, really do that anymore. And I am proud of Angie because Angie has been like full force since January 1st, like killing it. And she looks like a little skeleton over there. But I'm super proud of her, and it took me a little while to get on board, but I'm fully on board now. And so we're going to do updates. You know, I'm going to let you guys probably do one a week. How I'm feeling. It's not going to always be like, let me weigh myself, or let me, you know, I've lost this many inches or whatever. But when we get to the end, I will share with you guys what my weight is or was, and what size or what my measurements were. I'm just not at that point right now, and I hope you guys understand that. But my biggest goal from this is to be able to ride VELOCICOASTER and HAGRIDS. I am not able to ride it currently. Now I can ride everything at Disney World pretty much, except for Flight of Passage. But I am not able to ride VELOCICOASTER, and I'm not able to ride HAGRIDS or the Hulk. Any of your major roller coasters, I cannot ride at Universal. And it kind of sucks for Angie because she doesn't like to ride by herself. So a lot of times she'll wait till friends or family come down, and she'll hop on the ride with them. And then she's always sad because I can't do it with her, you know. So that is my goal. My goal, beyond anything, beyond shirt size, beyond everything else, is by the end of the year, is to be able to ride HAGRIDS and VELOCICOASTER. That's my goal. And I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, we're trying to do this as healthy as we can. We're expanding, you know, our diet and trying new things. We just tried something last night, which was kind of, it wasn't really gross, but it was different. We tried lasagna, keto lasagna inside bell peppers. It was just okay, but we're just trying different stuff, and we'll share with you guys what we're doing, you know, and how we're doing it. One big thing is we're doing this, nothing but water and black coffee and herbal tea, like nothing that is sugary, nothing that's diet, nothing like that. We have completely wiped that out of our lives. And we're wiping chocolate out. We're wiping any like keto desserts. We're not even going to do that. Because we're both on board with this, and we really, really want to do this. So yeah, so I'm doing this video to keep myself accountable more than anything. And VELOCICOASTER and HAGRIDS by the end of the year, that is my goal overall. And I think it can be done. I know it can be done. And it's just going to be really cool. And a lot of the things that we do, as far as like, if you're wondering what keto is basically counting your carbs, and we're not going over 20 carbs a day. And actually yesterday we didn't even come close to that. I think we only did like 8 carbs yesterday. I'm feeling really good. I'm going to start incorporating DDP yoga back into my life. That's something that I loved to do before. I got really, really good at it, and was able to do most of the moves. And you're like, yoga, you know, just check it out, DDP yoga, and I'll put a link down below. It works. It really, really works. And I'm inspired and I'm ready to go. And as far as like, I was going to shoot this video from Epcot today, but I am going to Epcot tomorrow or Wednesday. But because I wanted to, you know, prove a point, you know, or whatever. But Epcot is my favorite park now. I have lost enough weight to where I might hurt every once in a while at the parks, you know, when I get home and I'm sitting in the car, you know, after the parks. But I love Epcot. It's my favorite Disney park now. It may even be my favorite park here in town. I don't know, but that's a bold statement. But I just want to let you guys know that I don't struggle anymore walking through the parks. So, like, that's a huge blessing. I don't have any pain. Every once in a while I get a pain in my knee or something like that. But, you know, that is, I'm just showing you guys that keto works. Intermittent fasting, that's another thing too. I should have hit on that. Intermittent fasting is another thing that we're doing. So we're eating one meal a day and getting all of our carbs in there. Some people agree with it, some people disagree with it, but there have been a lot of people that are have lost a lot of weight, and a lot of people that are celebrities who are very fit, who use intermittent fasting. And that's where we're at right now. So we may change that up later and may do like a 2-hour window, but right now it's just a 1-hour window. That's what we feel comfortable with doing. So yeah, I am excited. I hope you guys are really nice in the comments. Please be kind. I know sometimes we can get on here when we're not in someone else's position, and we can say some rude things. I may even have to put a filter on what's allowed to say there. But yeah, please be kind, guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you for understanding. But yeah, with that, we're going to hit the parks back tomorrow. So expect more videos this week. Thank you, guys. Oh, and by the way, we hit 700 subscribers today. So that was awesome. So thank you guys for that. On to 1,000, because we're going to hit 1,000 very soon. So remember, the road goes ever on, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Let's get it.